Okay, so let's start with hardness of water. So hardness measures the concentration of multivalent cations, particularly calcium and magnesium present in water sample. So calcium and magnesium are particularly the main cations which indicate the hardness of water. These ions precipitate easily and may form scales in hot water pipes, water heaters, and other appliances. They also react with soap to form difficult to remove scum. Hard water on treatment with soap, which is stearic or palmitic acid salts of sodium or potassium, causes white precipitate formation of calcium and magnesium stearate or palmitate. So here we have taken one of the salts. This is soap and this is calcium chloride. When soap reacts with calcium chloride, it leads to the formation of calcium stearate, which is a white precipitate, and this is insoluble in water. And we have 2 NaCl as well as a byproduct. So let's move on to types of hardness. So there are particularly two types of hardness: temporary hardness and permanent hardness. So let's look at temporary hardness. So temporary hardness is mainly due to the presence of dissolved bicarbonates, calcium, bicarbonates of magnesium, bicarbonates of other heavy metals, and carbonates of iron. Hence, it is also called as carbonate or alkaline hardness. Temporary hardness can be easily removed by boiling. So this is one method to remove temporary hardness. Basically, temporary hardness is due to dissolved bicarbonates of calcium, bicarbonates of magnesium, other heavy metals, and carbonates of iron. Here we have bicarbonate of calcium. Here we have bicarbonate of magnesium. So the first method to remove temporary hardness is by boiling. And on boiling, calcium magnesium bicarbonate decomposes to give calcium magnesium carbonate, which is insoluble in water. So here is an example. So this is a calcium bicarbonate, and it decomposes from CaCO3, which is insoluble. So this CaCO3 can be easily precipitated or filtered off, leaving water free from temporary hardness. Same is the case with magnesium bicarbonate, decomposes to form magnesium hydroxide and plus 2CO2 as well. So this is insoluble and which can be filtered off easily. This is one method to remove temporary hardness. Now, temporary hardness can also be removed by Clark's process. This is another method in which slaked lime CaOH2 is added to temporary hard water. So this is the example. This is a reaction. Basically, this is calcium bicarbonate. It reacts with slaked lime to give calcium carbonate plus 2H2O. So this is also a precipitate which can be filtered off easily. Hence, water can be freed from temporary hardness. This is another good method. Boiling is usually very expensive, so we usually go with Clark's process, um, removing temporary hardness. But the fact is, we have also have methods to remove permanent hardness, and so permanent hardness methods which remove permanent hardness can also be used to remove temporary hardness. So we usually use methods which remove permanent hardness. Let's dive deep into this. So permanent hardness is due to the presence of dissolved chlorides and sulfates of calcium, of magnesium, and of other heavy metals. Hence, it is also known as non-carbonate or non-alkaline hardness, as it contains no carbonate. So permanent hardness can be removed by cold soda lime process, hot lime soda process, Calgon's process. Basically, in removing temporary hardness as well as permanent hardness, we prefer these two methods as it removes both of them. So there's no need of using individual methods of removing temporary hardness. So these three are very important methods. So these two are discussed later, but Calgon is discussed here. So Calgon is a trade name of a complex salt, sodium hexametaphosphate, PO3 6. It is used for softening hard water So Calgon ionizes to give a complex anion. So NaPO3 6 or Na2 of Na4P6O18 ionizes to give 2Na plus Na4P6O18. So this is mainly used. So the addition of calgon to hard water causes the calcium and magnesium ions of hard water to displace sodium ions with the anions of calgon. So this ionized form Na4P6O18 is mainly used. So suppose we have a reaction with calcium. This can be either CaCl2 or can be CaSO4. So when it reacts with Na4P6O18 2 minus, the ionized form, the sodium, the calcium and magnesium ions are replaced. So here you get 2Na plus sodium ion and CaN2P6O18 9. So this results in the removal of calcium and magnesium ions from hard water in the form of a complex with calgon. So this is a complex with calgon we say, or rather calcium calgon complex. So the water is softened and sodium ions are released into the water. So this is a good method of removing permanent hardness, but we usually prefer these two methods, which will be discussed later. We also have these two methods, zeolite or permeated process, softening water by ion exchange reagents. This is also an excellent method it, as it removes 99% of hardness in water. So these two will also be discussed later. So let's look into measurement of hardness. Hardness of water is measured in ppm or parts per million as calcium carbonate equivalents, and 1 ppm is equal to 1 part of calcium carbonate equivalent hardness in 106 parts of water. This implies that 1 milligram per liter is equal to 1 mg of CaCO3 equivalent hardness in 106 milligrams of water or 1 ppm. So it essentially means that 1 milligram per liter is equal to 1 ppm. Both temporary and permanent hardness are expressed in ppm. The choice of CaCO3 is due to the fact that its molecular weight is 100 and its equivalent weight is 50. So it is the most insoluble salt in water. We also have other units of hardness, mainly Clark's degree. 1 degree Clark is equal to 1 part of CaCO3 equivalent hardness per 70,000 parts of water. Degree French as well, 1 degree French is equal to 1 part of CaCO3 equivalent hardness per 10 power 5 parts of water. Okay, so this is the equivalent of CaCO3 m into the chemical equivalent of CaCO3 divided by chemical equivalent of hardness producing substance. This is 50 as we know, so m into 50 divided by chemical equivalent of hardness producing substance. So this is an important table which will be frequently used for solving various numerical problems on hardness, and this is a very important field. This has to be by hearted as we should first of all calculate the effective weights for each of the hardness causing substance in each of the problems, and for that we require multiple multiplication factor. So we have various hardness causing substances, then we have the molecular weights, and finally the multiplication factor. So this is an important formula. Total hardness is equal to temporary hardness plus permanent hardness. So that's it for this video. In the next video, we'll see how to solve some important numerical problems on hardness. Thank you.